Oh, wow. We're
And that you
dramatic.
go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain,
Isn't that
and
what
you're
you're
not taken
supposed to do at the
serious
doctor?
because
You're
you
supposed to tell
cried
your doctor
wolf
your
the entire
concerns.
pregnancy.
I don't think that's complaining, but okay, go off, sis.
I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not playing the game so I can take you off work.
Oh, wow.
Because then we see you 25 times in the pregnancy. It's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem.
Now, here's my concern with Jackie's statement. It's as black, an African American black woman that has had 4 pregnancies, and the last 2 of my pregnancies almost killing me, and having high risk pregnancies. I experienced my doctor not taking me serious and stating I'm over exaggerating. And my doctor was a white woman. And my problem with Jackie's statement, like, even though she's a black woman, for you to say something like that, more concerned about women exaggerating because of being off of work, when this woman may be, expressing concerns. Obviously, she's come into the office 25 times or more. She's obviously having some real concerns. I doubt anybody wants to go to the doctor's office 25 times regarding a pregnancy, because it's a headache. I know because I was there. And in seeing that she, as a black woman, and especially in these times where black women deal with dying, having their babies, not being taken serious, expecting black women are expected to deal with pain and aggravation and just a lot of complications, more higher than other races are expected. And not that she said pregnant women, she pointed out black women being exaggerating because we're just trying to get off of work. That concerns me as a black woman, in knowing that, especially if I'm going to a black doctor that knows the concerns that black women have to face when they're pregnant, and a black woman stating that we're the ones exaggerating. She didn't include everyone. She specifically said black women. Now, I don't know if it's because most of her patients are black, or what it is. However, my concern with Jackie is that you're putting this narrative out that, if you're going to the doctors 25 times, you have real concerns, you're taking off of work, that you're doing it, that black women are doing this because they're exaggerating and it may not be a real concern. And then a lot of times, as a black woman, especially when I went through these things and I had a doctor that was telling me that I was over exaggerating and I should be able to take the pains and the complications and things that I was having during my high risk pregnancy. A lot of the times that makes the patient feel like, when they really are having real concerns, wow, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I'm complaining. Maybe I'm over exaggerating. And then they start doubting their own intuition, their own symptoms and conditions that they're having. And they don't come to the office, or they may not feel safe, like it's a safe place to express their concerns. And I feel like it's so important as a doctor, when you're taking these positions, to even if you think this patient is over exaggerating, take it serious, because she's obviously having some real symptoms. A lot of the times, doctors will automatically think that a woman, are especially women that are pregnant in this specific situation, are exaggerating. Oh, she just wants to get off of work. She just wants to chill at the house. When 9 times out of 10, the patient's really having some real concerns. She's really, sick all the time, having things. I went through a high risk pregnancy with my last 2 daughters. They are 12 and 10 now. But during my whole pregnancy, especially with my 12-year-old now, I was very extremely sick, like lightheaded, unable to really function and go to work continuously the way that I was supposed to. I was working a 40-hour job. I had two other children at the time, and my morning sickness was the whole pregnancy. I had a very, very rough, high risk pregnancy. And my doctor, when I brought these concerns to her several times, was very rude and ugly and disrespectful. And not only that, she made it seem like I was making things up. It was like I wasn't being taken serious. This is pregnancy, get over it. Like I didn't have two other children and I didn't experience pregnancy before. And I had to complain and actually let them know, like, hey, I need another doctor. This doctor has been very offensive. She started saying offensive, racist things to me. My husband was very upset and offended as well because he would come with me to these appointments. And she just was making it like my concerns did not matter. And, you know, in a predominantly white neighborhood, it was really hard for me. I had just moved. We just moved from South Carolina, which was predominantly black, to Washington State because at the time, you know, we were trying to find better jobs and be in a better position financially, and we had just, you know, finally conceived the baby, and we were excited. And then to have a doctor that was telling me that my concerns that I was really having were not serious, or that I wanted to be out of work because I was over exaggerating and I was just really not wanting to do my job. It was really offensive and disheartening because I know that I'm a great mother and I'm a great worker and I always showed up to work prior to me getting sick. So it was so crazy to me. But to hear Jackie say these comments and to say that it's complaints instead of concerns is really disheartening and really hard for as a black woman to hear that. It's important that as a doctor and as a medical professional that you take your patients concerns seriously. And it is a black woman. He's coming to your office 25 times. It's very important. Um, a lot of the times, too, me and my husband did feel like we had to exaggerate because the doctor never took our complaints serious. Like, never took none of my complaints seriously. He literally had to advocate with me in order for me to be taken serious, in order for the doctor to listen to me. And even then, she wouldn't listen to me then. So another reason why a lot of women, African American women and other pregnant races may agree with me, like a lot of the reasons sometimes we may have to exaggerate or feel like we have to exaggerate because the fact that we're not taken serious when we have these concerns. And doctors really are the sometimes I've dealt with doctors personally in my perception and my reality that have literally brushed me off when I told them about me being sick, or just pains that I was having, or sciatica, or like all these different things that I was going through, high blood pressure, swelling in my body and things like that. And after and when I was gaslighted by doctors, my OBGYN, several times, um I had to end up changing my doctor. And even after that, towards the end of my pregnancy and after I had my daughter, I actually got like a post preeclampsia after I had her, and I almost died. I had a very high blood pressure and things like that. So, and I that's another video. I can make another TikTok explaining what happened regarding that pregnancy. And but the point is, it's so important that doctors not try to make it like, women are complaining, over exaggerating, African and take African American women serious when we do have these concerns, because a lot of the times we're not taken in consideration, and we are looked at as, oh, we should be able to handle certain like higher pain levels and a lot of things like that. And a lot of it is from systematic racism.